Hey everyone, this is John from AAAFx, and in this short video, I'm going to show you the chart basics on MetaTrader 4. So, let's open up a chart. So here we have, as you see, 4 charts. Let's just focus on one. So we're just going to maximize the Euro US dollar 4-hour chart. And this is the 4-hour chart, okay? Now, if you want to change the time scale of any chart, just at the top here, you have the 1 minute, we have the 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, 1 day, 1 week, and 1 month. So when I say 1 week, 1 day, it means each individual candle. So for example, this candle right here is 1 month in this situation. If I go down to the 5 minute, this candle here is 5 minutes of time. Okay, so pretty self-explanatory, pretty easy to understand. So let's go back to the 1 hour chart. So that's how you change the time frame of the actual chart. If you want to zoom in, zoom out, we have zoom in, zoom out buttons right here. So you can zoom out and you can zoom in at any time. Just click it, zoom in. You can drag the chart just by clicking and moving your mouse left to right. You can also make the chart, like the width of the chart, change in height just by clicking and dragging on the side panel right here. So those are the basics of just moving around in the chart. Now, say you want to shift the chart a bit over to the left, because as you can see, it's quite close to the edge here. All you're going to do is click the shift end. So we're going to just click that and it shifts it to the left. Now, if you want to shift it even more, there's a triangle at the top here, which you can just click and drag, and you can shift it now to wherever you want, for example. So now this will be the new position of the chart. So as it updates and as it moves, it will never go beyond this point here. Okay, so you can really just change the scale and the movement of the chart to how you wish. If you would like to change the colors of the chart, all you got to do at any point is just right click, click on properties, and here you can either select from predefined color schemes. So we've got yellow on black, green on black, which we're currently selected, and black on white. Now I quite like bright charts, so I'm going to select black on white, but I am going to change a few things within the actual chart itself. So for example, I don't like the bull candle to be white. I want the bull candle to be like a nice blue. And I want the bearish candle to be red. Okay, so I'm going to select red. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. That looks quite nice. We can also change a few other things, what type of chart it is, whether it's a candlestick, line chart, or bar chart. You can also change it at the top here. So that's a bar chart, candlestick, and line graph. You can show the open, high, low, close. Other few settings that you can play around with, show the ask line as well. If you want a grid in the background, show the volumes as well if you want to keep that, etc. So there are a few different things you can change, but it's all very self-explanatory. So we're just going to click OK, and that is much more of a chart that I personally like to use. But again, color choices, color preferences, entirely up to you. So that is the basics of just changing the chart and moving it about. But when it comes to actually drawing things on the chart, because naturally you are going to want to make annotations, draw lines, etc. You have the toolbar right here where you can draw loads of different things. So of course we just have the cursor at the moment, but at any point, if you want to change it to the crosshairs, just click the crosshairs, and with this you can really level in on price. I can really see on the right hand side here exactly the price point, and I can also measure. Okay, so you can measure how many bars. So you can measure how many bars across something is, and also how many pips or points it is away. So for example, if I want to measure from the top here to this bottom here, to this bar, to this candle, okay, so from here to here, rather than actually looking at the price points and then doing the mathematics to work out how many points away that is, I can just take from the crosshairs top all the way to the bottom, and I know that is now 857 points and 9 bars away. So 9 candles away, 857 points. Very, very simple. Okay. So the crosshairs can be very useful if you quickly need just a quick measurement of something. You can always just use the crosshairs, and you can also use your mouse. So just by clicking on the scroller wheel at any point, it activates the crosshairs. If I want to draw vertical lines, I could just go ahead, draw vertical lines, and at any point I could just right click a line. Sorry, double click the line to activate it, right click, vertical line properties. I could change the color. Let's have to make it a black line, and I can change whether it's dotted, etc. And also the thickness of the line. So for example, I want a nice thick line, very easily done. Same with horizontal lines. Okay, I can at any point just double click it, right click, change the color. Let me change that. And if we go to like parameters, I can even get an exact price point of where I want the line to be. And at any point, I can also just click the line and move it. And if I want to lock the line in, so I don't accidentally, click it and move it, so I want to lock it in, just double click. And now it's locked. I can't move it. But if I do want to move it, I double click again, and you can see this little, it kind of highlights it a little bit with a little square. That means it's now movable. Okay, so very, very simple. And obviously to delete a line, just right click, delete, right click, delete. Very, very simple. Trend lines, exactly the same as horizontal and vertical lines. I can just create a trend line like that, click where you want it to start. And here I've created a trend line. Okay, and obviously I can at any point just double click it, trend line property, sorry, change the color, change the thickness, and there it is. Okay, very, very simple. You also have more advanced tools like channels, for example, if you want to create a channel. And we obviously have other tools like Fibonacci retracement from top to bottom. As you can see, it's yellow. I can barely see it. All I do is double click it, right click, and I can change the color to something a bit more. A bit more easier to see, like so. And there we go. There's my Fibonacci. So at any point I can obviously delete this. We've got things like text tools where you can just at any point name it whatever you like. And then say, for example, break in structure, for example. We'll make that black, make it a bit bigger. And I can just move it, where I want it to be. Or I could just have a text here. And then also, you have different properties as well, different tools, thumbs up, thumbs down, price, all very self-explanatory things. Okay. And you can also, if there's only a few tools that you actually use, you can just always right click, customize, look at all the different tools available. Okay. So for example, I like to use rectangles. I'm going to insert rectangle in there, but I'm going to get rid of like the channel, for example. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. And then, I can just start drawing rectangles wherever I want. Again, edit the rectangle if you're not happy with how it looks. This is a very, very blue and it's quite hard for the eyes. You can just always go to rectangle properties, change the color. So we can also change the color, but we can also deselect draw object as background. So it will be like a transparent rectangle, probably more what you would want. And obviously, you can just drag and move it about how you like to fit whatever, whatever in your technical analysis or how you want. So very, very simple, very self-explanatory. Those are a few of the tools. In terms of charts, that is pretty much all you need to know. Obviously, at any point, you can always right click and you can have some quick fire settings like one-click trading to activate it, deactivate it. If you just want to get rid of all the objects, you can just go object list, and you can just list all, and you can just delete all of them. Sorry, highlight all of them and delete, for example, get rid of all of them. And that's pretty much it. You have obviously your sell and buy buttons. This would be one-click trading. You do have the option of just clicking new order here and physically, entering the lot size, take profit, stop loss, etc. But that is pretty much on the chart basics of how to customize your chart and how to navigate it and work through it. So I hope this video was useful, and I'll see you again very soon. Take care.